One night, Henry returned to Tidmouth Sheds after a hard day's work. "Phew," he sighed. "In all my years, I've never seen this railway so busy." "And I've never seen you so tired," observed Emily. "Are you feeling all right?" "Oh yes," smiled Henry. "Besides, better to be busy with work than sitting in the shed feeling ill. I'm glad the Fat Controller's in charge. No one else would have cared for me like he did." "Just think," yawned Thomas. "If the Fat Controller wasn't so kind, who knows what would have happened to you?" Soon the engines drifted off to sleep, but Henry couldn't stop thinking about what Thomas had said. The next morning, Henry woke up feeling very unwell. He couldn't make any steam and his joints felt stiff. "Oh, goodness me," he coughed. "I haven't felt this sick in years." As the other engines left for work, they hissed and glared at him. "Such a useless engine," they muttered darkly. His crew tried to make him feel better, but to no avail. Soon the Fat Controller arrived. "What's the matter with you, Henry?" he asked. "I'm sorry, sir," wheezed Henry. "I don't know what's wrong, but I just can't turn a wheel today." The Fat Controller shook his head. "You're too expensive, Henry. I've done my best to look after you all these years, with your special coal, new parts, and new paint, and you still can't work properly. This is simply too much. I shall have to get another engine instead of you." Henry was at a loss for words. "Please, sir," said Henry's driver, breaking the silence. "Give Henry another chance. We'll have him running soon. Please." "I should hope so," ordered the Fat Controller. "Otherwise, it's the end of the line for you." He turned and walked sternly away, leaving Henry feeling very frightened. His crew worked hard, and soon Henry was ready. He limped out of the shed, determined not to fail. "I can do it! I can do it!" he wheezed. At Knapford Station, Henry backed down on his coaches, the passengers scoffing at their engine. "Good luck," snorted Gordon from the other platform. "You'll need it, you pile of scrap iron," and he wheezed steam at Henry. Henry managed to start and was right on time at the first station. Doing well," he panted. But as he approached Gordon's Hill, Henry began to feel ill again. I can do it, he wheezed. But his wheels slipped, his steam pressure dropped, and the heavy coaches brought him to a standstill. No, cried Henry. He tried to start again, but it was no use. He was stuck. He shamefully brought the train back to the station, where Edward shunted him into a siding out of the way. "Shameful," he hissed. "I don't know why the Fat Controller kept you on." Henry watched Edward leave with his train. He wanted to cry. Days passed, and Henry remained in his siding. None of the other engines took any notice. They all had work of their own to do. The days turned into weeks. Henry's green paint became dusty and worn, and he became covered in rust and cobwebs. "I wish I could be really useful again," he said mournfully. One day, after what seemed like ages, Henry awoke from a sullen nap to find an unfamiliar engine stop in front of him. It had 4 driving wheels, smart green paint, and a big number 3 on its tender. "Who are you?" Henry stammered, aghast. "This is our new Henry," said the Fat Controller, climbing out of the engine's cab. "They're much more reliable, hard-working, and don't need any sort of special treatment to run properly." "So you're the useless pile of scrap the other engines have told me so much about," laughed the new Henry. "Now that we've got the pleasantries out of the way, I suppose it's time to take you away." "Take me away to where?" asked Henry. "The smelter's yard, of course," replied the Fat Controller. "There's no need for you anymore now that my brilliant new Henry is here." Henry was horrified. "Please, sir, I can still be useful. Give me another chance." But the Fat Controller had walked away. Henry was soon being dragged away to the smelter's yard. "Someone please help!" he pleaded, but any passing engine just ignored him. "Finally getting rid of that old rust bucket, are they? Thank goodness," sniffed Percy. The new Henry didn't help either. They were relishing in Henry's misery. Soon they arrived, and Henry was shunted into the smelting shed, becoming enveloped in a scorching red mist. "Ta-ta!" smirked the new Henry, and slithered delightfully away. "I don't want to be scrapped," begged Henry as the doors of the shed shut tight. "Please, Don't do this! I can still be useful! Please, don't scrap me! But it was no good. A huge grabber lunged out from the darkness above, and Henry screamed in fright. No! Henry wailed,